Hiya, Jeff.
Fantastic, mate.
Can you tell us a bit about your previous NBL experience?
Yeah, I've been in. This is my 6th year in the NBL. First 4 years I played with Perth Wildcats under Scott Fisher and Connor Henry, and then last year was up in Townsville. Trevor Gleeson was coach there.
What were your main factors in your decision to join the Sixers?
Pretty much the main factor was the coaches, Marty and Mark. I was actually overseas at the time. They gave me a call and email and said would I be interested in coming to Adelaide, and as soon as I knew they were the coaches there, I jumped at the opportunity.
How are you enjoying Adelaide and your new club?
I haven't seen a lot of Adelaide yet just because we've been training so much, but no, it's been fantastic. The club's great, very professional. We've been training pretty hard, and the bits and pieces I've seen of Adelaide City are fantastic, so summertime should be nice. We're living in Glenelg right next to the beach, so it should be good.
You've mentioned training hard. From the outside it seems like you're training extremely hard. How does it compare to previous pre-seasons that you've had?
Previous NBL pre-seasons, it's definitely been tougher. We kind of go all day, so we'll have sessions in the morning, in the afternoon. Previous clubs I've been at's been you're training and conditioning in the morning, and usually the afternoon's relatively free. But yeah, no, in terms of professionalism and work ethic, everyone's got a big work ethic here, and then that's what the coaches preach. So it's definitely been tough.
Can you name the coach who's had the biggest influence on your playing career?
Yeah, Marty.
What's the best piece of advice that you've ever been given?
My dad has a thing that he always says to me. He always says, "Get stuck in, but don't forget to enjoy yourself." So I'd have to say that little line.
If you'd been invited to my sister's birthday party and the dress-up theme is the 1990s, what would you dress as?
The 1990s. That's a good question. I have no idea. Can I think about that one when I get back to you?
You certainly can. What song best suits you?
Another good question, a bit of a toughie. I don't know what song necessarily suits me, but I do like older style artists. So I'm a big fan like the Eagles and Bruce Springsteen and that. So I like all of those songs. So I'll say one of those two guys.
What movie can you quote word for word?
I've got a couple of movies I've seen a lot. Probably some Gladiator lines I know pretty well, but yeah, favourite couple of movies are probably Gladiator, Usual Suspects, Shawshank Redemption, and maybe Legend of the Fall or something like that. So I know a lot of lines out of those movies.
If you could have any 5 people in the world as guests for dinner, who would they be?
Good question. Probably, I don't know. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I'd probably say my family, mate. I love being around my family. And being a professional athlete and living in, like I said, Perth and Townsville and Adelaide, I don't get home much, so I'd probably say my family.
Have you set yourself any personal goals for the season?
Yeah, I have some personal goals for things like scoring and rebounding that I want to attain. But the biggest goal for me is winning a championship. There's nothing better, and that's ultimately why we're here.
Last season you played for the Townsville Crocodiles. Is Corey Homicide Williams as much as a character as he seems?
He's not. No. When in this situation, when there's a camera in front of him, he turns on a switch and he becomes the Corey Williams that a lot of people know. But when there's no cameras around, he's a really good guy. He's really jovial and really nice and generous and stuff. So he's a good guy.
What do you do to pump yourself up for a big game?
Not a lot to pump myself up really. I think usually there's a bit of adrenaline going anyway. If you didn't have adrenaline going, you probably shouldn't be playing. But I just like to think of keep in mind what our goals are for the game and what we're doing for the game, what we're aiming to achieve, and then what the other teams' traits are, what they usually do, and just keep that in mind.
Thanks very much, Jeff Dowdell.
No worries, mate. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for that.